a religion that traces back to around 2,500 years ago, a religion that believes in reincarnation after death, a religion that grew out of efforts to reform another. This is Buddhism. Buddhism began around 2,500 years ago. The story of the religion is the story of one man's journey to reach enlightenment. This man is Siddhartha Gautama.
Is that here is a young man who's brought up in every luxury, and he realizes that isn't enough because he has a shock. He has a shock because for the first time he encounters old age, disease, and death. It's not plausible to think that growing up as an intelligent youth, he wouldn't have known anything about it. The point is rather to convey the tremendous impact that coming face to face with these fundamental facts of human existence has and must have upon us, and that it's urgent that we do something about it.
The Four Noble Truths contain the essence of the Buddha's teachings. These truths are all connected and are as follows. The first is Dukkha, the truth of suffering. Then comes Samudaya, the truth of the origin of suffering. Nirvana is the truth of the cessation of suffering. And finally, Magga is the truth of the path to the cessation of suffering. Buddhists also believe in karma, the idea of one's past actions affecting them and one's present actions affecting them later.
It means volitional action, so action that, not an action like sneezing or something, but a volitional action.
It's that our actions have consequences.
And all actions will have appropriate consequences.
Action in Buddhism, though, remember, is action of body, speech or mind. So Buddhism thinks of your mind as being something, a thought as being an action.
So that's quite interesting in itself, in that we normally think, we might accept that bodily actions will have consequences, but we tend to think that what happens in our mind is our own private kind of affair.
Buddhists believe in reincarnation, the idea that after death, one is reborn into a new body. This cycle continues until one reaches a state where all karma and craving is extinguished. This state is known as Nirvana. This is when a person reaches enlightenment, just as the Buddha did.
Basic level, reincarnation is not a Buddhist ideal or a Buddhist philosophy. It is a Hindu philosophy that's been around for thousands of years and was around far before the Buddhist teaching. So although reincarnation in itself is widely regarded as a Buddhist ideal, it's really not. Now there are a lot of ways you can describe reincarnation in these religious aspects and in these spiritual aspects, but at its simplest form, it is the belief or idea that we lead endless previous lives, and they lead up to not only from animals but plants, ourselves, into the physical form that we possess now, into the human body that we live within, and then after we die we will again reincarnate into other animals, other forms. That is the main grasp of reincarnation, that we are reincarnating with our lives. Our soul continues.
Like any religion, Buddhism comes with rules. All Buddhists must follow the 5 moral precepts. Following these precepts means to refrain from harming any living thing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and taking intoxicating substances like alcohol. Buddhist monks have these rules and additional ones to follow. Buddhist monks must also refrain from taking substantial amounts of food between noon and dawn, accepting or even holding gold, silver, or money, the use of luxurious beds and seats, music, and the use of personal adornments. The religion also comes with major taboos, known as the 5 cardinal sins. The 5 cardinal sins are patricide, matricide, killing an arhat, injuring a Buddha, and creating disunity in the Buddhist order. The consequence for committing these acts is going into a hell of incessant suffering. This ideology first appeared in northeastern India around 2,500 years ago. The religion grew out of the desire to reform Hinduism. Following the death of the Buddha, his community, known as the Sramanas, evolved into a religion-like movement. The core of the movement was the Buddha's teachings. Over time, Buddhism spread. Today, it is the 4th largest religion in the world. The influence of Buddhism can be seen in our lives today. Yoga and meditation both originated from Buddhism as well as Hinduism. In the media, Buddhism has been the source of conflicts before. as seen in 2013, when Buddhists in 3 countries engaged in violence with Muslim and Tamil minorities. In pop culture, Buddhism has had its influence. Movies such as Kundan and Little Buddha are both about Buddhism. There are Buddhist celebrities as well, such as Tiger Woods and the Dog Whisperer. Buddhism has left an indelible mark on society and everyday life. It's no wonder that this religion has caught on all around the world.